Hey everybody, this is Grant Smith. You might remember me from running for state representative back in early last year, 2022. Yes, my very first time running for office. Met so many amazing people. I ran for state representative in the southern part of Little Rock, but it also includes West Little Rock, on John Barrow area, all the way over to Stagecoach Road here in the southern part of the city, and even goes over to southwest a little bit down to Mapleville Road, almost over to where the Walmart is, but not quite that far down on Baseline. So it's a very, very diverse area. I love it so much. I've been living here since 2020. I think it was April or so, and I just absolutely love the city, and I feel so at place where I'm at now. I'm originally from Saline County, growing up in the rural part of the county in a small town called East End. I went to Sheridan Schools where I graduated and went on to eventually go to trade school in Hot Springs, learned office administration. They had a advanced training program in several different states, and I chose to go to the one in San Jose, California, where I was certified in airlines at Amtrak. But ultimately, my family and just my personal preference, I decided to move back home to Arkansas where I grew up. So I'm back here, and I've worked in fast food and retail ever since, working in West Little Rock and even in Bryant, starting off when I first got my first job. And so I've had 2 jobs now in West Little Rock. I just love Little Rock as a whole, and I've learned so much since 2020 when I really started getting involved and registered to vote for the very first time, voting in the presidential elections and voting for my senator, who is now term limited, so she's not my senator anymore, but the amazing Joyce Elliott. And now I have Fred Love, and he's a good guy as well. So I wanna follow in people like Joyce Elliott's footsteps. I want to bring everybody together, and I want to fight for our basic human rights. I believe people should have access to affordable health care. We should not be one of the nations in the world that people are filing bankruptcy due to lack of being able to pay their bills. I mean, you would think America, the land of the free, would be somewhere that would have a free, affordable, health care. But, we're getting there, and it's absolutely something I support. I support Medicare for All, if you've ever heard of that. It's a more progressive ideal if you haven't heard of it, and you should definitely look into it, because people are still going bankrupt these days, even since the Obamacare was passed, and I am super happy that people have health care due to Obamacare, but I believe there's always a better solution. There's more, we can always improve things the way they are. So I think that we should definitely lean in that direction. I think that we need another minimum wage increase here in Arkansas. Our minimum wage hit its limit in January of 2021, and we're still only at $11 an hour. I saw a study recently that showed that Arkansas, the average wage for a single person with no kids was $15.50 an hour. That was what it would take to make a living in Arkansas. So just think for a second how much it would cost if you have kids and are married. There's a lot of factors that go into this, but I'm just saying we need to raise minimum wage in Arkansas. People deserve to make a living. I've worked on minimum wage in the past few years, and I currently work above minimum wage, but I do work at a job that is, tipped as well. And I do rely on tips to make it from paycheck to paycheck after bills are factored in and groceries and everything. I know a lot of people are struggling to make it these days, and we can absolutely do better. I saw somewhere where one of our legislators was getting some of the most money getting paid in the country, and I just think that's so wrong when we have literally hungry children in Arkansas and people having to work 2 and 3 jobs. I just heard a woman on social media with a video from the Arkansas Democratic Party posted a teacher that has to work 2 to 3 jobs to make her ends meet for her family, and that's just unacceptable in today's time. And I just think that we can do so much better than we're doing, and I believe that we need a representative that's going to be accessible. That's one of the reasons I ran for office, because I feel like our representatives that we have are not on social media, and we need people that are going to interact with the constituents that they represent through social media and any means necessary, updated emails preferably. Just go. I mean, I feel like that's the bare minimum here, that we should at least have social media to interact with our constituents. We should be going to community events and rallies or whatever important issues going on at the time. We should be interacting with the people so that we know what the issues are, what the people are faced with, because not everybody knows what the people are being faced with if they're not always at least trying to stay interacted with them. I feel like that should be the bare minimum, and we don't have that right now, and I really want to be that for my community. So that's one reason why I ran for office in early last year. And even after I didn't win my primary against a 12-year incumbent, I still continued the fight. I stood behind all the other Democratic candidates out there and knocked doors for them, and even helped try to inform people of terrible ballot issues that our legislators were proposing, such as making it harder to pass citizen-led initiatives on the ballot, which is really awful and criminal in my opinion. So we need to do better than that, and the people voted it down by, I believe, an 18% margin. So and now they've already introduced new legislation this year that would make it even harder once again to pass citizen-led initiatives, moving it from just 15 counties needing signatures to, I think, the whole 75 counties, which is, in my opinion, unconstitutional. So I believe we're going to have to vote on this once again. This is several times now that they've tried to do stuff to make it harder for people to pass things that help people, which is unbelievable. But anyways, nonetheless, and I was surprised to see actually that one of the Republican representatives in Northwest Arkansas filed a bill that would put on the ballot legalizing marijuana, and so the corporations couldn't take control of it, and it would just be like a people-powered initiative, which I fully support, as long as there's decriminalization and expungement of previous offenses, because otherwise, yeah, just I'm not supporting it unless it would decriminalize and expunge previous convictions, because the people most affected by years and years of being incarcerated or arrested for marijuana possession is unacceptable, and especially in the year 2023. Come on now, we're way past that, and we should be way past that. I remember waking up in school in California, and I saw that Arkansas had legalized medical marijuana in 2016, and I was like, whoa, my state did something positive? What? Now, come on now, we shouldn't be thinking that way. We should be expecting better from our reps, and I want to be somebody that makes progress for the state. So I'm not 100% sure yet on my intentions for 2024, being I have a lease that runs out this October, and I don't know where exactly I'm going to be living, but I am still planning on running for something in 24. So stay tuned. Keep track of what's going on my socials. You know where to find me. Grant for Arkansas on all social medias. Grant and the number 4 number and Arkansas, and my YouTube's Grant Smith Official, and my Facebook is Grant Smith for Arkansas, FOR on that one. So I guess it's different, yeah. But anyways, stay up to date with me, and just to know anything that's going on. I try to always post about upcoming events, rallies, important legislation being voted on, etc. So be sure to stay tuned for more. Y'all have a great day.